Hello, good evening. Thank you for tuning in. It's the Keeping It Real show on Reconcilers Radio. My name is Amanda, the host for this show. Hope you're having a blessed and wonderful evening so far. This is the day the Lord has made. We rejoice and be glad in it. So, today I am joined by a special guest, Mr. Asan, who is an artist, a multi-creative artist actually, and he's also an evangelist. Actually, I didn't speak about that side, so I know you guys probably heard us talking about Jesus, and we're like, okay, hold on, this is about art, but he's also an evangelist. He's a saved artist. So he evangelizes through his work of art, and evangelizes to others, who view his piece, and that's how he connects through to people through the gift that God has given him, which is art. So it's really, really great to have him here today. Hello, sir.
Thank you.
Lovely. Thank you for being here with us. And also before the break, we're talking about in terms of how do we get involved, to view your art piece, or if you want to get in touch with you, or
you can first of all on Facebook you can go to my page and like my page. It's called Asan the Artist, ASANTHE ARTIST, Asan the Artist. You can go to Asan the Artist and you can follow my page. But right now I'm working on a website. It's not totally ready yet, but it's almost there. It's about 95% ready. But once everything is ready, you will see more of my work. But then I need to put some videos and some stuff in there as well, just so you can have a rounder, a fuller understanding of what I do. Having said that, my plan is that in the new year, I want to see if I can do an exhibition that will be a totally Christian exhibition, whereby I'll be able to express a lot of things from the Christ, from the angle of creativity, from how God creates, from the inspiration, from how God touches me, how it comes from inside to the outside. Things that won't really necessarily be acceptable because people say, I believe in another God, I believe in this, and I don't need all those controversies. But just to be able to get across to the people that understand the faith and are in the faith, I want to understand how to use their faith in the creative sector. That area, I will express it in the new year. Having said that, I also was thinking in the Christmas to try and do something, no matter how small, where people will be able to view it. But I also write poetry as well.
Wow.
And with the poetry, many of it has a side whereby it will touch you and create joy in you.
Wow. Let me just acknowledge an amazing listener, Barak Otingsia. Hello, thank you so much for tuning in. It says, God bless you for your great work. Amen. God bless you too, man of God.
Welcome, yes. Sir. Okay. Having said that, there's a side of things whereby I've been looking at this thing for a while, and I've been trying to understand where people are and what is happening and where they are at. And there's a songwriter many of you know. He says, I know who God says I am. He said, where I am now, where I'm at.
Is this
later.
Sinach?
Yeah, it's Sinach.
Oh.
I know who God says I am. So you will be at a place now, and at that place where you are there now.
I know who God says I am. Where he says I am.
At.
Where he says I'm at.
What he says I am. Those are three
Are you
different
sure
things.
it goes like that?
That's how I read
I
it.
know who God says I am.
Where he says I'm at.
I'm at.
What he says I am.
It is embarrassing.
It's powerful.
I know who I am.
Yeah.
I'm
because she's
power.
She's describing. I don't just sing. I sing meaning. I sing words.
What do you mean you sing words?
When I said I know who I am, I try and describe who I am there. Then when I say I know where I'm at, I need to describe where I am now. It might not be good, it might be good, but this is where I'm at now.
Wow. I know who God says I am. Where he says I'm at.
What he says
I'm at.
Where he says
I know who God says I am.
You know what I mean.
Where he says I'm at.
If you listen to
where
the words
he says I am.
I know who I am.
Yes,
then you now walk in power. So the power that God works through me works through me. So when I write poetry, I connect to create joy, to create peace, to create direction, to create understanding, to reveal who God is, what God says I am, what God says you are, what God says we are, where we are at, where we should be, how we should get there, why we should not worry about what we are going through now. So it's a lot of processes that's going. So it's just building layers upon layers upon layers.
And is that what you do with the painting and art as well? Do you have anything to show us here today?
Yeah, I could show you something.
Possibly bits and pieces. I know you don't have everything.
Yeah, I don't have anything, but I could show you
bits and pieces.
This is like a piece of what I do.
Okay.
And I make art, and I make sculptures. I work a lot with
so he makes sculptures. He makes bits and pieces of art.
I do workshops and stuff like that. And
so he do workshops.
I'm open to working with,
so
communities, corporate organizations.
So anybody that would love to, be involved in artwork or learn how to take part in art.
Connect with me.
connect with Asan as well. So thank God you are not confusing evangelist on his lyrics. I think I've already started started confusing him already. I'm joking. Yes, and this is some of his art pieces.
Yeah, show them.
We've got a different African art pieces as well.
You see, with my work, if you look at it, one of the things about my work is that every piece is different. Why I do that is because I want to say to you and everybody has a beauty. Everybody's beautiful. It depends on the angle you're looking at. You know, if you stand from the front, you can say this person is not beautiful. But if you move to the side, that person can be the most beautiful.
Yes, beauty is in the eyes of the beholder.
I say it's in the key holder.
Is that who?
In the key holder.
Key holder?
Yeah, the person that holds the key decides how to turn the beauty.
Okay.
So if you turn the key this way, the door doesn't open. If you turn it this way, the door opens. So if you see beauty, go this way, then look this way. If you see beauty this way, look this way. But if it's something that you don't like,
but some are fearfully made,
correct it.
And some are wonderfully made.
Everybody is beautifully made and fearfully made. What happens is this. Your appreciation of beauty is what is expressed in how you see beauty. Ooh. Now, you may see somebody's beauty and say, okay, this one is more beautiful than that. That might be true.
Repeat that again. The appreciation of beauty is?
The appreciation of beauty is the angle at which you look at beauty from.
Oh.
You can see somebody from one angle and say, this person is not beautiful. But that's why you have dimensions, perspective, and angles.
Wow.
And those are things that people call mathematics. And mathematics.
So it's not because somebody is not beautiful. It's from your angle.
It's the angle.
The angle you're looking at.
The angle you're looking from. So it's the angle. And what you see also have a lot to do with what you are thinking.
Wow.
So the Bible says, as a man thinketh, so he sees. So if you are thinking good, you will see them through the good of your thoughts. That's why everybody's beautiful.
Wow. That's amazing.
So what I do.
So if you're angry, you're upset.
You will see them through the anger.
You see something, you see them through the anger.
Yeah.
So it's however you're feeling, whatever emotions that's going through, and whatever situation you're in, will define your perspective.
Yes.
Wow.
So you can avoid allowing that cloud you. You can see over the anger. You can see over the darkness. You can see over the stuff. Because some people's beauty is so obvious that all those things cannot cloud it. But to express it, that's where to cloud it. So that's why it's very important what you call beauty, because everybody calls beauty something else. But you see, for me, I see the beauty in everybody. When I begin to use words to describe somebody, you say, what? Can you see that there? I can see it, but you can't see it. Because how I'm seeing them is not what you're seeing.
Wow.
And most people, and God will serve, how we see people is first from the heart. We look on the outside, God looks on the heart. So from the heart, the issues of the heart. So if you look from your heart, and your heart is pure, your heart is loving, and your heart is creative and beautiful, you will always see the beauty in everybody else. And that's what people lack.
Wow, wow, that's amazing. That's powerful. Okay, so we had a message from Barack Tingsia. Okay, he says, he said, oh wow, that's awesome, and I'm enjoying the conversation. Thank you so much for tuning in, Barack, and sending your comments as well. And we've got a message.
And inbox me too.
Yes, inbox Asan as well. You know, if you want to be, connected in terms of know more about art, or as well as maybe your church, there's people in your church who want to be involved in art, especially the young people. A lot of us are creative, but in the church, apart from singing, dancing,
drama,
jumping, playing the drums,
that's it.
And collecting offering.
Yeah.
There's people with artistic children in there who can create things that are just shoved on the side.
They feel lost.
We just want people that know how to pray. But the creative side,
and only people that do say that I'm a lawyer, I'm a doctor, I'm a scientist,
are just
I'm an engineer.
pushed on the side. Whilst in the world right now, what's really booming is the creativity, the creative industry. People don't know how to paint and draw and design.
Movies and actors and actresses.
And Christians, we've just covered it up.
Sidelined them.
Yep.
And we have to come out of that. You see, when we worship, this is what people have missed. I mean, I was in choir before, but I'm not all the time in the choir because I realized there's some things I want to do and it's too creative above the way they would think. So I can't do it. So what I realized with this, if you worship and you get lost in worship, the presence will come down. If the presence comes down, it creates something greater than what you can see. And so if our own singing doesn't just touch you as in good song, but it touches you as healing and power and joy and explanation, then it tells you that we have something the world doesn't have. So many times when I evangelize, I've sung for people before and they cried. I know what happened. God touched them, but they don't know. I know. I've sung for people before and they said, what? What a song. I knew it was unction that sang. It wasn't me that sang. But when you sing just like singing a song and listen to music, then It's just ordinary. You're just singing a song. But when you worship, you connect with your heart and mind. You connect so much with your heart and mind that you connect with your love. When you love God back, He sends back joy. When you love Him too high, He sends back another level of joy according to what you're desiring. And I'm thinking of healing, and healing takes place. I'm thinking of joy extraordinary, and it takes place. And when you want to express joy, what is the greatest way of expressing joy? Dance.
Wow, that's amazing. We have a message from Chanda as well, from Germany. Thank you, Chanda, for tuning in again. It says, when did you start doing sculptures, and how did you discover that art is what you love to do? Hope the question wasn't asked already. Great work, by the way. So when did you start doing the sculptures, and how did you discover that art is what you love to do?
Okay, I'll answer you quickly, although I've spoken a bit about it, but I started doing that from a very, very young age. It was a challenge because I came from a background of sciences, and my dad is a scientist. But then I knew from a very, very young age I wanted to do that. But you know, when you're young, parents think that you're gonna change. So I said I want to be an artist, but you know, they didn't really take it too seriously. Just said maybe we'll grow out of it. But as I grew, I started to imagine the impossible, the unbelievable, the astronomical greatness and magnificence of our God. And I started to think to myself, if this God is really what He says is in the Bible, how come we don't see it? And I was very young then. And then I now stumbled on Him, and I got to know about God on a high level, on an evangelical level, where the Bible is real. When I found the Bible real, I took God to another level in my art. So I've been doing art for more than 20, 30 years, or even more than 40 years, because when I grew up as a young child, I started doing it. But when I took it more seriously, I was in my 30s. And then I took it to the next level, because having spent over 30 years doing art, what does happen to you is that your thinking changes, your ability to apply changes. I'm able to cross carpet, like create something in wood and take it into clay, create something in clay and take it into glass. I keep moving with materials. And that's why I'm called a multifaceted, multidimensional, multi-skilled artist, because I can work with anything and everything. And that's who I am. I paint, I draw, I do textile, I do mosaic. I have a painting under the bridge with some other artists. We did under Elephant Castle in London, in London here. I did a mural with some other people. I mean,
You've done so much out there, but obviously in terms of online and different stuff online, that's where it's been a bit tough.
Yes, online has been a bit tough, because with online you're trying to market and promote, and I haven't been very good at that, because that's not my strength. So right now I'm trying to work on that so that people can.
Yes, hopefully get his work online. But out there, he's worked with amazing people. He's done stuff for Prince Charles.
Yeah,
he worked with.
I've done something for the former Prime Minister Tony Blair.
He's done so much art for various people out there.
Children in Need charity. And that was with the Dragon Den, and I did an exhibition, so I got a picture. If you look at my LinkedIn, you see me and James Khan and some of the other guys there, and the guy that sings.
Which one?
Very creative singer, and he does the Jamaican guy, reggae sauce.
Reggae
yeah,
sauce.
he was there. We spoke about my art.
Oh my God, I forgot
Levi
his
Roots.
name. Yeah, I don't eat sauce all the time.
Levi Roots. Yeah, I use his stuff, so I know, and I've happened to collaborate and talk with him and stuff during when I was doing that project, and he was there. But I haven't done any work for him, especially in his own area. But
wow,
my intention is to,
wow.
Yeah. My intention is to do. I'm looking for people that will bring me into a bigger position where I can do bigger work. Like I would like to do stuff more, like maybe in Germany or in America on a bigger platform. Because America, everything is big. So my plan is that if you have people that would like to promote artwork, like Black History Month is in February, people that will promote it in America or in Germany, people that will.
Oh, is the Black History Month different?
Yeah, it's different. In America, Germany is February. Here it's October. So if I can get those kind of platform where I can be able to showcase my work
outside of the UK.
Yeah, outside
but
of
also
UK.
when it comes to clothing as well, like you said, you made this yourself.
Yeah, I do. But right now, what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to look for how I can get somebody that will mass produce, or else I have to be sending it, going to Africa to do it and bring it back, because I've designed close to 10 different kind of designs, but now I have to now photograph it and promote it and wear it and do the catwalk and all those stuff, which
you get people like me who
yeah, I didn't think of that. okay, no problem. I'll do that. And I need to get the t-shirt. So
put the t-shirt, give it to me, don't worry. We won't model it for you.
I'll do that. And maybe somebody out there too might be interested.
Thank you, Mike Magnus, for joining us. Send in your questions as well. Barack Obama says bad network. Oh, we're sorry about that. So yes, please send any questions that you have as well. And have you answered all of Chandler's question? Other question was how how did you discover that art is what you love? So you said, through childhood.
Yeah.
And
then I found out.
When did you start doing sculptures?
Oh, sculptures. I started doing sculptures when I came to London. That was over 20 years ago. But what brought me to that was this. I was thinking I wanted to do a degree in art, and I was looking at it and I was saying to myself, I can draw, I can paint, I can do all this stuff. And I said, what can I not do? I said, I want to work with something physical, something three-dimensional, because I'm doing one-dimensional art writing, I'm doing two-dimensional art and painting. I said I want to go 3D, and I thought, what will I work with that allows me to express myself? So if I look at somebody's face, I want to be able to make the face in the front and make the face at the back. And so to be able to make the face at the back and give it a shape, I needed to have a material that allowed me to do that, and painting doesn't allow me to do that. So I decided to work with clay, and that's how I came about that. So I did a face of the Queen.
Wow!
And you can see it on my like page. I did quite a number of different things, and right now I'm working on a scroll to do with the Lord is my shepherd and stuff.
Wow!
You can see half
and
of
you know
it
what's even more beautiful? When you're reading the Bible and taking it into picture.
Yeah.
So reading the Word of God and taking it into imagery. Because sometimes when I'm reading the Word of God, I see things in imagery as well.
Okay.
But I know how to paint and draw. But like you said, if you haven't sharpened the skill,
no, you won't be able to use it all the time.
You can't. And that's the thing with me. I have not been, I've not been making use of the skill.
Yeah, if you don't make use of it, the skill will be dormant. The skill will not be sharp. It's like saying that, okay, you want to slice bread and then the bread knife is blunt. If it's blunt, you can't cut the bread. The bread is not, it's going to be jagged.
If it's blunt, you bite the bread.
Yeah, but if you want to slice it for any reason, like you want to put it in the toaster, then it's going to be jagged and it's not going to
You have to know how to break it.
Yeah, you can't break. Like, this is not Africa now. This is London. In London, they slice their bread. Even in Africa, you just cut it anyhow. Doesn't matter.
So, yeah. And also, how do you step out with the gifts of art you have and contributing to into charity or into the community, as you've done before?
Okay. It's not too hard, but what I notice is that sometimes, like someone like me, because I didn't start up knowing how to market and sell and all those stuff, so a lot of people take advantage of it, and so you're undercut and all those kind of stuff. But what you have to say to yourself is this: if you like what you do, you won't care if people cheat you. But you are planning that you don't want people to cheat you anymore, so you try and put an end to it. But the idea is that you have to love what you do so much that you see a need and you give it. Like right now, I'm planning to do a project with some homeless people.
Okay.
And I want to do a painting with them. And that painting, all of us are going to paint together and create one piece of art.
Okay.
But the people are waiting for me already. I know them. But it's a matter of, how did I meet them? I met one on the street. I spoke to them. They took me to the place where the rest are. But it's your passion that drives you. Once you love something or love somebody or you care about something, it will drive you to where those people are. And from there, the opportunity will start. And you don't need money to start that. But once it's successful, money follows it.
Wow, that's powerful. And also, we got a message from Bragg says, he designs clothes as well. I love that part. Yeah, so he said he designed clothes, so definitely keep in touch. African pattern and different clothes.
Very, very incredible.
And
fashion.
Mike Magnus says, I was too engaged and now my bolognese sauce is burnt. Oh,
don't worry about the bolognese sauce. Just add water to it and mix the ashes.
Add water, mix it. It's a piece of art.
It's a piece of art. The ashes and stuff, and then just put pepper on it and just mix everything together.
It's a piece of art.
Yeah, it's a piece of art. Just eat it like that. It all come out anyway. But having said that, I mean, scrape the top and leave the bottom at the worst, But then, having said that, I just feel that with creativity, most people don't endure. It's like this. If you want to wait for yam to grow, you got to wait for a long time.
Wow.
But if you want sweet corn, it's just 6 months. And so if you do 6 months, the baby is not even fully formed yet. The baby doesn't walk at 6 months. I don't know why you're in a hurry. Where are you running to? How do you think those Hollywood guys became experts after many, many years in their craft? It's years of not being known, not making money, free. But after a while, people will say that, nah, enough of free. This guy is too good. We got to pay him his worth. He has paid his dues. I paid my dues. I want millions. But somebody has to pay it. If somebody doesn't pay, people will think I'm not worth it. But I'm worth it. But somebody has to pay it. And until they pay it, you don't really know the value of who is standing before you. And that's what is happening to us now. So you got to be careful and say to yourself, I'll do this. I'll wait. I'll give myself time. I will endure. I'll go in deep. I'll dig in deep. Yeah, it might be rough. It might be tough. But I'll go through it.
Wow, that's powerful.
A good example I'll give you is this. For someone that wanted to play football, you may like the money. You may like the salary. Yeah, it's big money. 100,000 a year, a week. 100,000, 200,000 a week. Yeah, it's big money. But have you ever thought about the days when they get injured and the knees get surgery? And they're out, crippled, in pain, in sorrow, in agony. They can't walk.
And they constantly have to be...
for 9 months.
Constantly have to be training, running.
Yes. In the rain, in the snow, all weather. and you don't want to do that, you want to be in your bed. So they can't pay you that much money. So you have to understand there's a sacrifice in every profession.
Wow. That's
how it
powerful.
works.
Chandabi just says your passion drives you. Very true. And Barack says, that's very true. That's true.
Oh, you guys, I mean,
just be passionate about what you're doing.
You have to. When you connect, you start to speak the same language.
Yeah.
There's an art language and it's called passion.
Wow. That's nice actually and that's really, really amazing because I mean, I don't have a background in radio as such, and when I started this, I was blogging and that's what led me into this. And Chanda has a blog as well, which I keep forgetting the name. I think it's a walk in her shoes? And and basically that's how I got into radio. And also looking back, I noticed I'm passionate about what I'm doing now because I've been coming every week to come and do it.
Yeah.
And I noticed that's so true because I'm passionate. Even when I have like a sore throat, the first day I started, I had a bad cold, but I still wanted to come. And I noticed I'm actually quite passionate about doing this and
that's
spreading
why
the
you're
word
doing
of God
it. That cold was a setback, but then what you do is that with the setback, you go for setup.
Okay, lovely. So thank you all for joining us today, and have a blessed and wonderful week. Join us again next week, Wednesday, from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. The show is over now, so have a blessed and wonderful week, and hopefully you'll be joining us again.
I will.
God bless. Goodbye.
Nice talking to you guys. Bye. God bless. Wow.
Okay. So yeah, guys. Thank you for joining us. Chanda, your website is a walk in her shoes, isn't it? Or am I wrong? Yes. So, yes, guys, please send any questions that you have. We'll finish the show now. But hopefully Asan will be able to join us again in the future to talk more, about arts in general. So what about those who are not good at art and they want to unleash the creative side?
And those that are not good at art, what it is this. When you say you're not good, it's not that you're not good. You haven't practiced enough to be good.
Wow.
That's all it is.
So it's like cooking. So if you don't know how to cook,
you can learn how to cook.
Can learn how to cook.
Yeah.
But some people, their hands just
yes,
don't
I agree.
taste sweet.
I agree. But you see, this is it. Their hands may not taste sweet. But you see, some people they learn how to cook and they learn how to cook in a week. Some people it comes to them naturally. That's why they can cook. Some people they have to learn it for years before they master it.
But some people learn it, but still the hand doesn't taste sweet.
Yeah, that's what you say. But those guys that their hand don't taste sweet is because they don't decide to put practice. They just do it.
They don't put salt.
Then sometimes they don't put salt, sometimes they don't put all those things because they don't understand. When you're doing something, you have to connect with people. If you don't put salt because you don't like salt, then people are not going to like your food.
Wow.
So it's like this. If you don't make something beautiful, people that like beautiful things, people are not going to buy your art.
But beauty is in the eyes of the beholder.
Yes, but
so it might look beautiful to you, but
I agree. That there's that side of things. But there are some things that is beautiful to everybody.
But some people they don't have good taste buds.
I agree.
You make food and
I agree. That exists. But what can you do about that? Nothing. You can only say to them, keep on working on your cooking. If they do work on it, they get better. But can't cook won't cook, they exist. Can't bake won't bake, they exist. People bake and the cake doesn't rise. People bake and the cake falls flat. All kind of things. But that is part of the learning curve. So it depends on the person. Do they want it badly? If they give up, they really didn't want it. They only spoke about it. But when somebody really wants it, they don't give up. They keep going.
Wow.
That's the difference. That's just the difference.
And these are very, very different art pieces as well.
Every one of them is unique and different.
Yeah.
All of them are handmade.
Sculptured, handmade art.
Everything.
Yeah.
That's what makes it special.
That's what makes it amazing. So Chandler says, LOL. Yeah, God bless you, sis. God bless you, sir. Yeah, and thank you. And then Chandler says, you are right, haha. And Barakati says, haha, stop discouraging us, so man, you will keep practicing, evangelist. Yeah, so the practice makes perfect.
Yeah, it's allowed.
Obviously.
Yeah, it does.
But you have to ask God to sweeten.
Yeah. That's
the area of your hands that's bitter.
Yeah. If somebody is really, really cooking, they're struggling and stuff. Yeah, you have to pray about it because really everything is grace of God. So,
amen.
If you look at the bigger picture, my skill and ability to do art, to do it to this level, is God's grace too. So, if you look at it from that point of view, anybody can do art. But what makes somebody's own better or far above, more unique, more special, and all those things is the extra grace of God. And those kind of things come by favor, it comes by prayer, it comes by dedication and devotion, both to God and to your craft. And those are the things that after a long time of doing it, people only see the result, but they don't know how you got there. And I'm telling you how I got there, and that's what it is.
Wow, that's amazing.
It's years of endurance and waiting and working on it.
Wow. That's amazing. And another question is how can art be used to educate the community, and educate other people out there? Like I said, when I was, for example, in secondary school, they came out and they spoke to us about different courses, university, and I ended up going to study a health course, which is, I do radiography.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I was good at art, so how can we reach out, to the community and educate other young people about arts? Because I feel like it's something that's really...
I see what you mean, and I do understand and sympathize where you're coming from. What it is really is that I noticed it and I've seen it too, because sometimes you feel isolated, but you have to be comfortable in your own skin. You can't want to be somebody else. You can't want to look like somebody else. You can't want to change the shape of your nose to look like somebody else just because you don't like your own nose. It's your nose. There's nothing you can do about it. Just look at the beauty of the nose. But this is what it is. What it is simple. People have to get to a place in their life where they see beauty not because people see it. Because if you are going to see beauty just based on what people say, and you're going to get your acknowledgement from what people do, then your value is in somebody, not in yourself.
Wow.
But you need to make your own self valuable. Gold doesn't say to silver, oh, you're shining, and he shines better. So you have to understand that. And if you understand that, then the next thing that happens is that you begin to shine whatever you are. No matter how much gold shines and it's worth more, silver too has its beauty.
Wow, that's powerful.
And so if you look at silver and gold in their different beauties and the different glories and the different splendors, they complement each other. And that's what beauty is. If I do art with clay and somebody does it with painting, it complements each other. It just depends on how you want to look at it. You can have a picture of my work on your wall. You can have a vase and a glass on your show cabinet. It's your choice, but you have the work. It's up to you what you want. So it's about connecting.
Wow. Thank you so much, Field of Wisdom. Thank you so much, Asan, for joining us. I'm sure you'll join us again in the future.
I will.
Bring more
It's
of
been
your
a pleasure.
art, please.
Yeah. I'll bring more. I'll even bring the physical object so you can see.
Yes, that would be amazing. Lovely. Thank you for all those who joined us today on here.
Thank you all for
And yes, it's been an amazing show. Thank you for those who send in questions as well.
Add me, send messages.
Yes, on Facebook, what's your name?
On Facebook, my name is Asan, ASAN, and my last name is UGB. Or ROGHO. But if you go Asan the Artist, you see me. And then
I think I tagged them in one of my
yeah, she tagged me.
Because I can't pronounce that the last name.
Yeah, the last name. It's a long one.
But yes,
it's a beautiful name.
But yes, just message him, and find out more. He's not as much on social media. He's just trying to get his foot, bits and pieces in there. But in terms of...
it's not my passion, but I'm trying to develop
social media is not his passion.
Yeah.
But you know what? Practice makes perfect.
I will.
So you get into social media.
I will.
Yeah, so you work into social media.
Yeah,
so thank you all for those who joined us. Have a blessed and wonderful evening. Join me again next week, Wednesday, hopefully. We'll have another guest. And send me any ideas of any topics that you like to hear on the show as well. And yes, I'll be able to have guests in or other people to discuss that topic. Okay, so have a blessed and wonderful evening. Take care and see you again next week, Wednesday.
Bye.
Bye-bye.